Hi, I'm going to show you how to change your automatic transmission fluid and do a complete flush in your car. With my car, this is due at 60,000 miles. Please refer to your owner's manual for when that is. And as far as the type of fluid you need to buy, and you can put in there for replacement. So let's start with some of the items needed. You will need a long funnel. It would be otherwise impossible to pour in automatic fluid without spilling it. Your short one, so you could fill up your old fluid back into the old bottles. You will need, for me, 6.5 quarts of ATF DW1. Just so you know, the ATF, this fluid Z1 no longer is made, and Honda switched to DW1. Refer to owner's manual to see what you need to use. And collecting oil pan, you will also need this washer that will go on the drain plug, set of pliers to remove the clippers on the hose, screwdriver to remove the plastic cowling, and I have a ratchet here. That's just for quick removal. You don't really need this one. If you have a torque wrench like so, this would be sufficient, as we need to tighten this torque at 36 foot-pounds. This collecting hose, this is a 3/8 hose, common for transmission fluid. This is what we will use the car to pump out the old oil into the oil pan later steps. So optional, I recommend using some shop towels, keep everything nice and neat, and a pair of gloves, as the fluid has carcinogens in there that can seep through your skin and cause harm later on. As far as car safety, we're going to be using a car jack, like so. You can just lift the car in any of the designated areas, and two car jacks that go under the frame. So one there and one there, and that would be sufficient. Alright, to be able to gain access to the transmission drain bolt, we'll have to remove the plastic cowling under the car. To do so, we'll have to remove all these plastic, what do we call them? These plastic bolts. You could buy a special tool to take them out, or you could use your screwdriver. There's two lines right there where you could access with your screwdriver. You'll twist like so, and it should start coming out nicely, and that should unlock the mechanism to allow us to take them out. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, when it's pulled out, it's disengaged, and the moment we push it in, the device is engaged and you can't pull it out. Okay, we have now removed the plastic cowling, and we have access to our drain bolt. Right there, as you can see, that looks like a square. That is the standard size for a 3/8 wrench, which would be this size right here. No socket are needed. I used a torque wrench to get it out, to loosen it, and now it's loose enough to take out with my fingers. Make sure you have an oil pan underneath to catch the transmission fluid. As we come in here, move this out of the way, and look at that dirty oil. So while that collects, you can come in here and you see the plug has all kinds of gunk on it. This plug is magnetized, and what we need to do is with a clean rag, wipe off all that gunk. Alright guys, I've now cleaned all the metal deposits that were collected on the tip of the magnet plug. With paper towel will be fine. What step to do next is the washer you got at your dealership. Grab that. There you go, you have your new washer. If you want to go, and it's ready to go back on the drip plug. So you can see it's only dripping now after about a minute. We can go back in there, put that in. Alright, now we're going to torque it to 36 foot-pounds. The way this works is that the owner manufacturer manual tells us that we need to torque that plug to 36 foot-pounds. So we have it set for 36 foot-pounds, and the device will make a clicking noise the moment we reach that many foot-pounds of torque on the plug. So there we go, we have it placed. Okay. There we hear the ratchet work. And we're just gonna push till we hear the click. Okay, almost there. There we go. And it's torqued. Now, if anything, if you want to take your rag, your used rag there, and just wipe off any excess oil, as that will make it to your plastic cover and might leak to the bottom of your garage. Excellent. It's time to put the cowling back together. And the way we do this is we have them in the open position, and you find the location where you want to install it. For this one here, like so, and we lock it like that. Now we want to refill what we took out of the transmission, and you'd notice we should put this back in. Notice how translucent the liquid is. Now as we fill this back up, make sure you use a long funnel like so. This would be the only way to get down to the bottom without spillage. So here is the line between the filter and the return line from the automatic transmission fluid. So what we're going to do is, with pliers, just grab, squeeze that end and move it to the side. You'll be able to pull the hose right off, like so. So here's the whole hose in my hand. And then you can come along and with your pre-bought store hose, which is a 3/8 in size, 5 feet in length for me. You may go longer if you want. You want to connect it to the return end, which is that end. So the idea here is that we're going to turn on the car. Automatic transmission fluid is going to come out of this rubber tubing here, and it's going to pump out all that fluid that we weren't able to get earlier, and I have it routed up here to the front into this container. So as this is pumping automatic transmission fluid, I will be refilling it with new one until clear liquid comes out of here. Then we'll turn off the car. So now the car is pumping in old oil, and I'm refilling new oil here. And you want to go ahead and keep adding automatic transmission fluid until the liquid is right within the acceptable region, which it is right now between those two marks, if you can see.